Subscribe now. Hit that button before the story begins, because what you are about to hear is not just about a coin. It is about memory, power, history, and a hidden fortune that most people have already passed through their hands without knowing. Picture this. It is the early 1990s. The world is changing fast, especially at the southern tip of Africa. Old systems are breaking down, new voices are rising, and history is being rewritten quietly, not only in speeches and elections, but in metal. In 1992, South Africa struck a simple-looking 10-cent coin. Small, light, almost invisible in a pocket full of change. Most people spent it on bread, a bus ride, or dropped it between sofa cushions. But some coins are not born ordinary. Some are witnesses. This coin was minted at a moment when tension, uncertainty, and transformation all collided. For men who understand history, this matters. Coins are not just money. They are official fingerprints of a nation. Every line, every edge, every decision made at the mint tells a story about power, survival, and legacy. The 1992 South Africa 10-cent coin carries the weight of a country standing on the edge of a new era. Hold the coin in your mind. Its size is modest, but its presence is firm. It was made to last, struck in durable metal mint to survive circulation, heat, sweat, and time. Millions were produced, yet only a microscopic number became something else entirely. Errors, special strikes, transitional batches, and undocumented mint variations created a handful of coins that never should have existed in that form. And when something should not exist, collectors pay attention. Older collectors know this truth well. The real value of a coin is not always about gold or silver. It is about rarity plus story. And this coin has both. During that year, machinery changes, metal sourcing adjustments, and political pressure inside the mint created conditions where certain pieces were struck differently. Slight changes in weight, unusual surface texture, alignment that does not match standard production. These differences are invisible to the untrained eye, but unmistakable to experts who have spent decades studying coins under magnification. For many men over 55, coins like this represent more than profit. They represent a lifetime of observation. You remember when money felt solid, when you could hear its ring on a table. This 10-cent coin comes from that world, a world where currency was trusted, physical, and symbolic. It was handled by workers, shopkeepers, soldiers, and fathers. It traveled through hands that were building families and nations at the same time. What makes this coin especially powerful is how quietly it moved through history. No announcement, no fanfare, no warning. It did not arrive wrapped in luxury or locked in a vault. It blended in. And that is exactly how the most valuable artifacts often survive. Hidden in plain sight. Imagine a man in 1992 receiving his change after a long day of work. He does not know he is holding a future legend. He puts it in his pocket, drives home, eats dinner, and the coin ends up in a jar. Years pass. Governments change. Technology advances. That jar moves houses, maybe even cities. One day, decades later, someone opens it. And there it is. A small, forgotten witness to history. Collectors who specialize in transitional-era coins understand that this period in South Africa's history is one of the most emotionally charged and globally significant. Coins from this time are studied not only for errors, but for symbolism. They reflect decisions made behind closed doors. They reflect urgency. They reflect compromise. That emotional gravity adds another layer of value that cannot be manufactured later. Serious collectors, especially older men, respect coins that were never meant to be special. Anyone can mint a commemorative, but an accidental rarity, born from pressure and change, is something else. It is authentic. It cannot be recreated. Once discovered, it changes hands quietly, often privately, because those who know. Stories have circulated for years about a specific version of this coin surfacing in private collections, examined by top experts, insured heavily, and never publicly displayed. When something is never shown, it becomes legend, and legends drive value. This is why experienced collectors always say, never underestimate small denominations. The lower the value at the time of use, the less attention it received, and the greater the chance something extraordinary slipped through unnoticed. The 1992 10-cent coin fits that rule perfectly. Men who have lived long enough understand patience. They understand that real value does not shout. It waits. This coin waited. It waited in drawers, boxes, jars, and inherited collections. It waited for the right moment, the right eyes, the right understanding of history. And now, decades later, its story has surfaced, not as loose change, but as one of the most talked about modern-era coin mysteries connected to a nation's transformation. Whether you hold one or not, the lesson is clear. History hides wealth in unexpected places, sometimes in something as small as 10 cents. Stay with this channel, because we uncover stories like this not for hype, but for those who appreciate legacy, detail, and the quiet power of time. And remember, according to private collector valuations, the rare 1992 South Africa 10-cent coin has been whispered to carry a potential value of $33 million.